Hey, welcome back to part three of the absentee farmer. Now, we're into several weeks behind, or several months now in our belt, and we're finding that things aren't working as efficiently as they would like to. So, even though we're making good money, we've already hit the $291,000 mark. We could probably be even making more money with that if I wanted to expand and really go down and to spend more money, such as buying more manure, more seeds, more lime, and really beef up those greenhouses. But I really liked to where this was kind of sitting. This seemed like it was be something that would be reasonable. I know at some point I'm going to have to spend that $60,000 again to take the three that I have and restock them with the manure and the lime and the seeds. I know at some point in the future I'm going to actually look at doing that with the sunflower and the canola oil as well over on the oil side. So that would mean that when that happens, about once every 4 months or so, I'd actually spend about $120,000 in that month to be able to really utilize all just the three. And if I was to actually go and not do the three but actually do the all six on one side, all six on the other side, I would be right around $300,000 investment every 4 months or so. Now again, if the return on that investment is anywhere between four and $700,000, which is what it turns out to be at the end, it definitely would be something that I could do. I could really, for the first couple of years, keep my current working capital, my cash flow kind of low and be able to utilize as much of that money as possible. But in my head, what I wanted to do is I wanted to try to build up some cash. I didn't really want to have no money, no money, no money for a year and a half or 2 years and then cash out and have a huge amount of money at the end. So what I've been doing over this part three is I'm really taking the potatoes and I'm tweaking. I'm looking at each little micro change and putting this one into the production, putting that one over there into sales, moving it back and forth, trying to balance out not to get too much things in a backlog, but to keep everything moving. But what I found out really quickly was across the board, when I'm producing more crops than the factory can handle it. Now, if I went with a traditional factory as opposed to the American factory mod that I'm using here, I probably would see that that factory could hold a lot more input and it could be a lot bigger in how much it could take on and move across the board. But I wanted to keep it kind of small. I wanted to keep it kind of manageable. This is just a test after all that I wanted to see how far along I can get with this particular mindset that I have. I didn't want to spend a lot of money up front. I didn't want to continue to spend money month over month over month with a big bang at the end. And I might actually try that series and try to see. I'm thinking maybe one of these days I might try to create one where you spend every dime you have up until a certain point in time and then you sell everything off and maybe have a $1 million month or something like that. That may be kind of fun to do in the future. But all I've been doing here is jumping back and forth and tweaking, increasing the outputs, decreasing the output. So just like we did with the potatoes, we're actually increasing the outputs across the board with the oil as well. So now we're going to end up in this episode with three of our greenhouses in the oil side that are being maximum production using the manure, the lime, and the seeds. Three will be doing the same thing with the potato and sugar beet crops. So we have three on each side, although there's six in each side that we could have used. And we found out that we are currently maximizing our factories by doing this. So this is part three. If you're enjoying the series, please come back with part four. And in part four, we're going to continue this process. And hopefully by the end of part five, we're going to have over $1 million in the bank. Come back. Think you'll enjoy it.